Hey guys, it's Destiny, back with another video, and you're watching the Decimania channel on YouTube. And it is time, yet again, for another weekly TNA wrestling episode review for Thursday night. Happy Thursday to you guys. Pretty good episode tonight. Nothing too special, but we got a couple things during the show that was worth taking a look at. The Sacrifice card is building up for next Friday, so we'll be up here reviewing that after the show goes off the air. And tomorrow we got a big video regarding Sting, so stay tuned for that one. I'm sure we'll probably be talking about it more on Wednesday of next week, but next TNA episode was pretty good. And again, nothing too special, but it's worth taking a look at. So this is your TNA wrestling review for February 29th, 2024. Tomorrow is March 1st. Already third month in. And big weekend this weekend for AEW. The Rock will be on SmackDown tomorrow, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun weekend. But before we get into this review, please like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're new here, comment down below. And just real quick before we get into this, I just wanted to thank those of you that have subscribed over the past couple weeks. I don't know what happened, but we got up to 45 subscribers, and I just wanted to say thank you to all of you that contributed and that subscribed over the past couple weeks or days, or how many, I don't know how long you've done this, but thank you, and I really appreciate it. It means a lot. The more eyeballs and the more ears on this channel, the better. And let's keep rolling, guys. Let's keep going. Let's have a good 2024. Alright, we kicked off this show with Steve Maclin taking on Speedball Mike Bailey, two of my favorites currently in Impact, or TNA. Sorry, I keep calling it that. But it's a pretty good match. The Rascals got involved, so did Trent Seven. But in the end, it was Maclin who hit the KIA and beat Speedball, just like he beat Trent Seven last week. And then he got on the mic and he said, "This is what I do best." And he basically said, "Oh, where's Nick Nemeth at? I thought Nick Nemeth was the most wanted man in professional wrestling." And Nick popped up on the screen or whatever they had, and he basically said, "Yeah, I'm not here because I'm in Japan because I won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, or Junior Heavyweight Championship, or whichever one he won last week." But he said, "Look, I'm not running from TNA. I love it there, which is why I'm coming back at Sacrifice. Will you be there? Will you accept my challenge?" And look like we're going to get Maclin and Nick Nemeth at Sacrifice, it looks like. They showed the highlights of what Frankie Kazarian did to that referee after he lost to Eric Young at No Surrender last Friday. If you want to go check that review out, please feel free to. Give some likes to it, views on it. I appreciate it if you would. excuse me. But, they showed that Jake something defeated Laredo Kid. Wasn't really paying attention to this match much. But Jake something did get the victory. Khan was the latest guest on the sound check with Alan Angels. He was now calling him. I laughed at this. I literally laughed out loud when he said this. Alan Angels is now calling himself the frontman of TNA Wrestling. And my first thought was, oh, okay, so now you're going to be playing drums now? Are you going to play guitar now? Are you freaking trying to be Heath Slater? Because there's a couple of legit musicians in TNA that might want to take you up on that offer. Or, not take you up on that offer, but, might have something to say about that. Dick Saban, Shelley, Moose, I think, is also a musician. I know Mickey James was. Jeff Hardy, we know how awesome his TNA theme music was because it was freaking written by him. So, those of you that didn't know, Jeff Hardy is also a musician. He almost kind of sounds like Nirvana. But anyway, Khan was the first next guest on Soundcheck with Alan Angels. And he basically just said, I took out PCO, and he's probably going to be dead still going to be dead this Friday at Sacrifice, or next Friday, but then he interrupted him, PCO did. And it looks like they're going to have another match at some point. Rhino is challenging Crazy Steve again for the Digital Media Championship tomorrow on their Explosion show, which is kind of like their Rampage, almost. But, I don't know. I like Crazy Steve. I figured they'd do a little more with him. I'd like to kind of see him as world champion. Oh, frick, can you imagine that? That's probably gonna get a lot of hate from. I don't care. I like Crazy Steve. Let's see. Not a lot of action on this show, really. I mean, mainly this was just a lot of setting up some stuff for Sacrifice, which I would like to see more of. I would like to see more of this. So, there was also a segment where it was Joe Hendry, or this was a match. This was Joe Hendry and Rich Swann versus AJ Francis, who made his TNA in-ring debut, and Cody Deaner. And Swann and Hendry won. I think they can make a good tag team. I was really liking Joe Hendry and Yuya Uemura, whatever his name is. I really enjoyed them as a team, but then it was short-lived. Yuya got the fired briefcase, or the pink slip briefcase, but in the Feast or Fired match, but I think he's found a new tag team partner in Rich Swann, hopefully. I hope they keep these guys together for a little while. But anyway, they won. And Josh Alexander confronted Dirty Dango in the back. Apparently now Dirty Dango, Alpha Bravo, and Oleg Proteus have this school or something, or training facility. They're looking for wrestlers who have 1 year or less of experience in the business. Oh, frick. They're just gonna go out there and beat up jobbers, really? Because that's kind of what they are. Okay, maybe not like Proteus, but I'm trying to comprehend this. Josh Alexander is gonna take him on next week. And the Sacrifice, I might as well mention this now. He is taking on Alex Hammerstone. Guess what? Alex Hammerstone is the newest member of the TNA roster. Yes. That is freaking cool, because the match that I did see him in, and the stuff that I've heard everybody talk about, you know, in regards to him, I've heard he's really good, and I'm glad I'm going to be able to see that more. So, I guess I could check out some of his MLW stuff. But, we'll see what happens, because he's taking on Josh Alexander next weekend at Sacrifice. Frankie Kazarian, he's been suspended in storyline, so I doubt he will be costing Eric Young the world title. I wondered that. So, but he's still gonna have to deal with the system. Eric, you need some backup, man. You need some backup. Face the system. You know, you're not just facing Moose, you're facing Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, and, oh yeah, Alicia. Freaking bring back ODB. Bring her back. That would be freaking awesome if that happened. Anyway, speaking of that, oh, sorry, forgot to mention that, this is what I'd like to see more of, what I'm about to bring up right now. Xia Brookside and Tasha Steelz had their rubber match to see who would face Jordynne Grace at Sacrifice. And it was a double count out. And my mind went to, okay, let's go. Triple threat. I don't want them to make it official next week. I want Jordynne Grace to come out there and make it a triple threat. That thought was going through my head when her music hit. And she came out and she basically said, fine, you both want a title shot? Let's make it a triple threat. And I was like, yes, do more of this, TNA. Come on. Do more of this. Have people actually make challenges instead of just making random matches official, you know, for next week or a pay-per-view. Like, have more of this. I want to see more of this in TNA. I was just talking about this the other day, which is weird because, I don't know, maybe who knows? Maybe someone from TNA watches the channel and is like, maybe we should, take this chick's advice. I don't know. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a fan. But it was a pretty good match. Double count out. Decay, they cut a promo on Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly. I think they won a rematch for the title. Mustafa Ali had his inauguration. What'd they call it? Inaugural celebration or whatever. I don't remember what they called it. He had his thing to celebrate him winning the X Division title. And he had the good hands with him, John Schuyler and Jason Hodge, which it looks like they're going to be in alliance now. Yeah, I mean, I like that there's more factions now in TNA. That's what you need to do. Get more people signed. Do more people with these. Do more things with these people. You know, there's a couple more things that they could do, like get on a bigger channel. Upload the episodes to TNA Plus and all that stuff. Keep the Ultimate Insiders thing for YouTubers, for ones that don't have cable. You know, give it to people with all options. Give multiple options to people. Don't just put it on cable, put it also on YouTube and, you know, things like that. Make it to where you want as many people watching your product as possible. That's why I like now that you can also watch the pay-per-views on TNA Plus on demand. The ones that come out. So if you didn't see it or if you didn't order it the next, or the night that it happened, you can watch it. But Sabin came out and interrupted Ali, basically insinuating that he wants another rematch, but Ali, they were noticeably cheering Ali, so I'm wondering if they're gonna organically turn Sabin heel eventually. No Alex Shelley on the show tonight, but Kushida and Kevin Knight were on the show to help Sabin fend off the Good Hands and Ali. Ali was mad. He started throwing stuff backstage, whatever. And they're going to be facing Kushida, LA Knight, and Chris Sabin at Sacrifice. But we got some matches set up for Sacrifice. Looks like it's going to be an okay show. I'd imagine that Moose and... they're probably going to do the whole thing with the system where they're going to have everybody hold the belts. So... I'd say that ABC will be defending their tag team titles against Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. Which, speaking of that, we better talk about that now since it was our main event. And Brian Myers did pin Chris Bay to win this match for his team. Moose did not want to get in there with Eric Young. Alicia kept interfering, and they kept working over Ace Austin in the match, and Young and Bay kept, they were furious, rightfully so, because freaking Alicia was getting involved in the match, and they couldn't really do anything to her. So what I'm saying, bring back ODB, Eric, make a phone call to an old friend, or... I'm curious, actually, are they married in real life? Because I know they had that storyline wedding on TNA Impact, before lockdown in 2012. But are they actually married, or does he actually have a different wife? I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious now if that's an actual relationship. But, like I said, bring her back. Bring somebody out there to help you fend off Alicia. And, do I think Eric Young could win the world title? It's possible. It's possible. I didn't think Alex Shelley was going to win it, and he did. But, they're going to be in Canada, in Eric Young's home country. So, he could walk out with it, but then again, I don't know. Moose just won it, and they might want to have it on him for a couple months. Maybe Slammiversary, he drops it or something. To Nick Nemeth or something. But, that was your TNA review, pretty much, for the most part. If I missed anything, I apologize. I don't think I did. It was fine. It was a fine show. And next week, we'll do the same thing like we did for No Surrender. We'll just review the show and predict Sacrifice next week. So tomorrow, we'll be coming up here talking about Sting. Saturday, I might do something. Sunday, not sure. I don't know. Might do some DVD reviews or something this weekend. Couple TNA DVDs that I want to review. I'm either going to do the Eric Young Essential Collection. I might do that one, since he's going to be challenging for the title. Or I might do one of Jeff Hardy's TNA DVDs. I have all three of them. I have both of the Enigma Volume 1 and 2 DVDs. The only problem is my Enigma Volume 2 DVD is a UK exclusive, so I have to watch it in my portable DVD player, which isn't a problem. I can just get that out and plug that thing right in and watch it. I kind of like to watch it in my regular DVD player. I might have to go freaking find another copy of it. It's It's kind of hard to do that with DVDs because you don't know what version unless you specifically search it. But anyway, that's what I've got planned for this weekend. And I'll see you guys tomorrow where we'll be talking about the Stinger and look back on some of his career and what I loved about it. And can't believe this is going to be it for him, guys. Can't believe it. I can't complain, though. He had a good career. Although I do wish he would have faced Jeff Hardy one more time, but then again, that's just me. I mean, I know they had a match in TNA. No, not the Victory Road one. Don't freaking get mad at me in the comments. I'm talking about the one on the March 3rd episode of TNA, which actually I just watched yesterday. I watched that match, and it's funny because that match, the 13-year anniversary of that match is gonna be this weekend, and it's on March 3rd, so that's when Sting is retiring. I'm probably gonna end up watching it on Good Mike Work commentaries. I think he's doing a live stream. I think Good Mike Work's doing a live stream of it, or watch along, so I'm probably gonna be watching it that way. That's the only way I can watch AEW pay-per-views for free. I don't know how to get onto any of those websites. I'm kind of skeptical of them. I don't know. I might try to invest in some AEW DVDs once the wedding and stuff's done. Maybe we'll see. But that's my TNA review for tonight. It was a good episode. Let me know what you guys thought of the show. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're just 5 away from 50. Guys, it would be nice if we could get to 100 by the end of the year. Maybe even summer. Don't know. That would be even cooler. Because I have a big video planned for my 100 subscriber milestone. So stay tuned for that. And once I work out Zoom, I'm going to be doing some collaborations with some TNA fans possibly. So stay tuned for that. We'll review pay-per-views, we'll talk about different eras, anything TNA related we can talk about. I'm really excited to see if this works, and I feel like it will. Once I get more comfortable with Zoom, you might have me doing collaborations with a lot of people. Might be virtual. I might not be doing any, in-person collaborations for a long time, but if I can have somebody on my channel every once in a while, it'll be fun. It'll be good for them if they have a YouTube channel, and it'll be good for my channel, so everybody wins. So, just want to give you guys the best content possible, and I really appreciate you guys subscribing. Those of you that have done so, not just in the past 2 years, but the ones that did in these past couple weeks, I thank you. It was a couple weeks ago I was at 34 subscribers, now I'm at 45, and I really appreciate it. Let's keep it rolling. And tomorrow we're going to talk about the icon, Sting, one of the greatest. Can't wait for that one. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good rest of your night. And we're going to be talking about Sting tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Peace.